Good morning. This last Sunday, we ended our worship service at the traditional service downtown with the singing of the song, "A Mighty Fortress is Our God." It was written by Martin Luther, and it's one of his most famous hymns, with such an affirmation of faith. A mighty fortress is our God, a bulwark never failing. Our helper, he amid the floods of mortal ills prevailing. It was on October the 31st, 1517, that Martin Luther tacked up his 95 Theses on the castle door of the church there in Wittenberg. It set off a firestorm. It really would be considered the beginning of the Protestant Reformation. Over the next 4 years, he would be writing so many different pamphlets and getting into a real discussion with the hierarchy of the church, calling out its excesses and what he felt was abuse. In the end, he got called up for a conference at a town called Worms in 1521. Pope Leo X had condemned him as being a heretic, and so now he came before the king, the Emperor Charles V. There he had a trial, and he was condemned as a heretic, and they said anyone who kills him will do so without penalty. A price was put on his head. He had to go into hiding, and he would hide in a castle there at Wartburg, and there he would help to translate the New Testament into German. It would be what he would do over those coming years that truly would change the course of Western thought. As he translated the Bible into German so that everybody could read, with the invention of the printing press, the Bible began to spread. With all the things he began to implement and do in a new church, like priests can now get married, the other thing he did was he wrote lots of songs. And the song that maybe was so important to him was "A Mighty Fortress is Our God." It is a paraphrase, if you will, or a translation, an inspiration for him of Psalm 46, the psalm that we looked at this last Sunday. God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in times of trouble. Therefore we shall not fear. I don't know how many times Martin Luther must have had to say that to himself, to recite that psalm, an affirmation of faith, as he faced all the struggles he did as we were beginning the Protestant church. It is what led him to write the song that we sang at the end of worship. And I'm not sure people really understood why we were singing that hymn on this past Sunday as we looked at Psalm 46. But you hear it in that second verse. Did we in our own strength confide, our striving would be losing. Were not the right man on our side, the man of God's own choosing. Truly, God is our refuge and strength, a very present help in times of trouble. Therefore, we shall not fear. I suggested that would be a good line for all of us to memorize, so that when we found ourselves becoming anxious and afraid, we would remember where we find our strength and our hope. Today, I hope you'll go out and you will remember that a mighty God, that a mighty fortress is our God, a bulwark never failing. You don't have to be afraid. Have a great day.